Greetings from Oaxaca. It was so nice to go from the bustle of Mexico City to a chilled and compact environment. Well, I say chilled. We're in town for the Guelaguetza, which is a colourful celebration of all the ethnic groups in Oaxaca. As you can imagine, it's pretty busy. We started off our first full day with a tour of the Botanical Gardens, learning all about the biodiversity of Oaxaca. The tour was interesting, but a little long for me, especially in the heat. Also, my stomach had other ideas. So it is day 2 in Oaxaca. We've just had a tour of the Botanical Gardens. Quite a long tour. I feel a bit queasy as well, a bit bloated, so not ideal. But yeah, it's a really interesting place. I think this is a preview of what we're going to see throughout the Guelaguetza. So lots of really interesting colour clashes, interesting textiles and fibres, bottle caps. That's interesting. Oh wow, this is something. This is quite something. We are in basket territory. Today I've been in the most amazing markets, but I feel way too overwhelmed, and I'm pretty sure all the little things I end up buying could add up to one of these. I think these are about $1,000 because there's just so much work. Oh, this is one of my faves, I think. So beautiful. So it is a new day. I'm feeling a lot better. So yesterday I was mainly just moping because I had a bit of trapped wind, a combination of things, but yeah, some stomach issues. So I had to miss out on the tour, which was not ideal, but I did find a good little restaurant, a really cool like street foodie place. I got some soup, which was nice. Had a little wander, but took it easy. But now I'm going to be active again. Oh, I think someone's got someone in a dress. Do you see the lady in the dress? Maybe not. Someone's talking to me. See? Oh, am I in the way? You like?
And you?
You want a photo with me?
No, no.
The king
no,
now.
Not now.
Tomorrow, Sunday, Monday.
See, I'm going to be around. I'm in demand. I'm going to start charging.
That's right, you should.
I'm going to start charging 100 pesos per photo because that lady, she just stopped me. She wants a picture of me in her photo studio. And I mean, it's a good thing she's a woman and not a strange man, but like, this is so random. So now we're going to a workshop. This is going to be my first workshop because I missed yesterday. I missed the rugs. I'm so sad. So there's lots of artists here and lots of pieces around protests. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of creativity here. Oh God, I did not see that. Look at all the paint on the floor. The first workshop was with Espacio Zapata, a print studio that's focused on creating art with a conscience. So they have some artworks here. So this is about the Guelaguetza and how it's been commercialized, and it's not necessarily giving back to the communities that created it. The tour cleverly linked this studio with some artisans who have previously been ripped off by a huge designer. Now they produce a very specific kind of embroidery, and each part has a specific meaning. The border is the water, the moon establishes the time, and the zigzag stitch is the path home. Our task was to understand woodcut printing and mark out a design that stated, our roots should not be copied.
No, wait. Okay. It's my turn. No.
It's unique, isn't it? Yay!
Okay? It's your turn.
Yeah, these are all so intricate. So these are all done by woodcut printing. So that's what I attempted. I could never be as precise as this. After a quick freshen up at the hotel, it was time to watch the Guelaguetza. My tip is to head to the start of the parade, as you can see everyone getting ready. It's so much easier to take pictures too. It's also a lot of fun. Guelaguetza means to share, so mole, sweets and even mezcal shots will be handed out. I think I had about 5. We are about to watch the Guelaguetza, so at the moment we can see everyone getting ready, setting up, getting into position. It's very, very hectic. I keep like accidentally ending up in people's pictures, or maybe like intentionally. All of the different cultural groups of Oaxaca, they all come together to celebrate their national dress and traditions and everything. So it's really interesting to learn about, you know, the significance, all the designs and everything. But yeah, this sunlight is really hard to take pictures as well because of the bright light. So I'm gonna just have to make it work. The next day we were up bright and early for Tlacolula Sunday Market. It's a little overwhelming at first because there's so much to see, but it's amazing for shoes, clothing and homeware. There's every kind of basket, plus rugs and tablecloths. Guess what I bought? Just guess. Today we are in Tlacolula Market. It is so hectic, I'm a bit overwhelmed, but I bought a bin. Definitely needed a bin. Oh, it's so cute. I love the colours. This cost me 130 pesos. I think it was, how much is 130 pesos? Like £3, £4? Do we buy a rug? Do we buy a rug? Do we buy a rug? Wow. What did you order?
La ayuda.
Wow. That is huge. Oh my gosh. I've gone for chicken and rice. So now we're at the Mitla archaeological site. Lots of interesting patterns going on. So it is Monday, I'm half asleep because I keep falling asleep, but we're going to do an embroidery, can't even say it, we're going to do an embroidery workshop, and this is what I'm very excited about. I do have a thing for Mexican embroidery, so yeah, I'm excited to learn more.
There's really, really unique craftsmanship that they do here in this town. We've got smocking, threadwork, embroidery, handmade, crochet. So it's really, you know, a multitude of very fine skills that they're producing.
So I'm making a key ring. See, I've got my friend here. She's helping me out. See, I trust you. I trust you. You go for it. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Okay? So we're heading to lunch. There's a lot going on, as per usual.
That was a surprise.
Lunch destination. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a little wander around the market. I'm looking for a bag like this, but in a really cool color combination. Whoa, this bread, huge bread. I don't see bags. I see eggs. I see meat. Which way? If you like bread, this is where you need to come. We've seen a lot of churches here, but I think this is probably the most impressive. I think now we're going to be doing some painting. Whoa. So when I booked the tour, I tried not to read up on everything too much, as I wanted to leave a few surprises. Now, Donna had actually commissioned some artisans to make Frida figurines based on our favourite photos. It was also such a therapeutic experience painting them, and I definitely need to try and make more stuff for fun. Goodbye, Frida! I'm so happy with you. We are going to another Guelaguetza in the forest. This is my new hotel. It is bright pink. Oh my gosh. Absolutely love it. I've treated myself for my last night in Oaxaca, and I'm so glad because I'm not feeling great and I just want to chill by the pool. I look like an egghead. And yeah, I'm feeling a little bit fragile. I should probably have sunglasses on. My flight to Mexico City got cancelled and I was just really stressed out. I started crying because the email was in Spanish, but I can understand like cancellation because it's pretty much the same. So I've just been trying to rebook a flight because my flight to London is on Thursday night. So I need to be in Mexico City, like ideally tomorrow. I've booked accommodation and I just wanted to be there and know that, you know, I'm in the right place. It's just, oh, I've never had that happen before. I don't know if it was because I hadn't checked in. Like they give you 48 hours to check in, and because yesterday I was out and about and I wasn't, you know, I was ready to check in like early, and then I forgot to check in. And yeah, and they were calling my English number, but because I've got a SIM card, I haven't been getting it. So yeah, I was really stressed out. And it's a shame because I'm in such a nice place and I was sunbathing, I was living my best life, and then I got the email. So yeah, I've calmed down, I booked a new flight and I'm gonna try and get some food. I wasn't feeling too well this morning as well, but I'm hoping that I can manage some sushi. There's lots of cool galleries. Like, I love Oaxaca, it's just such a creative place. Oh, that is beautiful. So I've had some sushi. Some random man tried to give me a mezcal shot, but I've borrowed someone's antibiotics. So, I mean, that all just sounds like a mess. But I'm gonna try and go to the markets and see what I can find. I'm in tablecloth heaven. Morning from my pink hotel. We had a really, really good night's sleep. And I'm probably gonna chill here a little bit later. I really need to go and pack, but I've just stumbled across this cute hotel with these chairs. Love, love, love. It's Wednesday. I have to go, I have to pack for my flight. I have like an hour until I have to check out. But I'm feeling at peace with Oaxaca again. I'm feeling a lot better. Someone from the tour gave me their antibiotics. Even though they were 2 years out of date, I seem to be feeling much better. So yeah, I've just been having a last look around the markets, and it helps to have energy. You know, when you walk around the markets, they're quite full on. So I bought another plant pot. So I'm gonna be giving this away on my Instagram. I bought a tablecloth, I bought a cushion cover. I could have bought a table runner, but I was just getting into spending a lot. There's a certain kind of embroidery that I really love, but I already have a few pieces, so I'm trying to decide, I'm trying to weigh it up. I feel a lot better. I really love Oaxaca. I'm sure I'll be back here within the next 5 years. Hopefully I'll be speaking a bit more Spanish as well, and yeah, hopefully by that time I have, you know, a proper home and I know exactly what I want. So now I need to run back. I cannot stop anywhere else, and I need to pack. I need to work my packing magic. Why did I make so much mess? Why? Goodbye, Oaxaca. Goodbye, Oaxaca. Hello, so I am back in Mexico City. I got here finally, got a new flight. I'm actually on the hold to the other airline still. I've been on hold for maybe like an hour and a half. They cut me off when I first tried this morning after being on hold for an hour. Yeah, I can't get through. It's really annoying. I don't know whether to spend my last day on hold. Like, I'm just worried I won't get my money back. It's, what a palaver, basically. I'm hoping I can go to them at the airport, just change the colours a tad. I'm all packed. I cannot fit anything else in my luggage, but I still want to go shopping, so might see. I don't know, I'm just gonna have a lot of hand luggage. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Definitely in my mind and my body. It's quite intense, like doing a tour, especially the tour I did, which was with Hoot Culture. It was quite full on, like every day. And I get, you know, you obviously, you know, it's a tour, that's the point of a tour. But it can take a lot out of you, like mentally and physically. And, you know, even though it was a, you know, positive experience on the whole, it's nice. It's been nice to have like a couple of days to myself, to sort myself out. I don't know, did I explain about the cancelled flight as well? So my internal flight from Oaxaca to Mexico City got cancelled and then rescheduled for today, but I'm going to the UK today. So that's what caused a lot of stress on, was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. I was upset, I was crying, I was really hormonal. And it was just a shame because it was meant to be a really, you know, I was just starting to feel better in terms of my tummy issues. Then I had to be on hold and like book a new flight and my card wasn't working. So it was just a lot of unnecessary stress. That's life. You know, it's not the end of the world. I got a new flight. I actually had 2 seats to myself. You know, I got to spend a little bit more time in Oaxaca, but I'm still trying to get my money back. But that's what travel's like. You know, it doesn't go your way all the time. And it's just how it is. And I've just got to remember that, you know, after a while I got a bit of perspective, went shopping, felt better. But in the moment, it can be really frustrating, and you're so, and you just want to be home. So that was, yeah, the one time I felt like that. The past week, you know, my tummy hasn't been great, but it's just weird. I've got to remember that my body is not invisible. Can you imagine? My body is not invincible. Like, I've always eaten, like, I'm just checking the time because I have to check out in a minute. Yeah, I've always eaten like whatever I want. And it's starting to catch up with me, definitely. Like, I can't eat the same as how I did in my early 20s. But with travel, I never really get sick. So this has definitely been a wake-up call. Like, I need to bring all the medication along, basically. I've had such a great time. I've done what I wanted to do in terms of seeing the real Mexico. Like, I went to loads of completely random places. I stuck out like a sore thumb. Like, I thought there were black people here. I thought there were Afro-Mexicans. Apparently they're in one place called Guerrero. And yeah, people keep calling me like Morena, beautiful Morena. And I would love to know, I'd love to hear I would love to hear from some Mexicans, like, what's going on? Like, luckily it's not like being negative, but it is it's something to get your head around. If you're black and you come here, people are going to call you beautiful all the time. People are going to want to take pictures with you, of you. Like, there was a shuttle from my hotel to town, and the guy was like taking a picture of me sat in a seat looking sweaty. It's not the best picture. You may see me, if you have any friends, if you're Mexican and any of your friends have a random picture of me, like, what's going on? It's something I don't quite understand, but luckily it hasn't been negative. Like, I'd rather have that than like racism. But it's definitely something to consider. I would love to know your experiences as well if you've traveled in Mexico. I thought this just happened to me in Asia. Apparently not. Apparently it's all over the world. It's global. I've definitely been to, you know, non-touristy places. I've eaten different kinds of food, local food, street food, too much food. And I really love it here. I'm sure I will come back. I promise to learn more Spanish. I'm lucky that I remember bits of like Jerry Halliwell's Mi Chico Latino. So I've been using that, and then some of my Zumba titles. But yeah, it's been great. It's been intense though. I think I'm ready to go home, definitely. I'm glad I came. You know, I wanted to come to Mexico, got to go to last year, which was great. I came back and I had a few days to myself. Like, I think going on a tour is the best way to do it if you're a solo traveler and you're a bit apprehensive. So it's good to like have a few days either side to yourself. Maybe I would do a shorter tour next time. Like 11 days is quite full on. But I could definitely do like short trips to Europe by myself. Like, the main issue is getting photos. I have a tripod, so I take some shots, you know, in Airbnbs, but out and about is a bit tricky. I can hire photographers, but it all adds up. I can travel by myself. I would love to do more of it. I want to see more of the world. And this has been a bit of a reminder. I've got about 7 hours until I have to collect my bags and go to the airport. So I don't know I don't know whether to go to Coyoacán again. I want to go to Walmart as well, but maybe I should just wait until I go to America. I just want to see if I can get some Apple Jacks. I think I'm going to go see this grand Palace de Bella Arts. I want to go and cycle around the park, see what's going on in there. Might go to Coyoacán. Want to go back to Roma. Want to go back to this bakery and get some like pastries that were really good. And there's an exhibition. So basically I want to do a ridiculous amount of stuff in one day. And I've got a subway pass, so I'm going to brave the subway. So yeah, I'm going to show you snippets of my last day, but I want to just try and soak it all in and not stress myself out too much. I'm still on hold. Hello? Oh, this is my Airbnb. You can probably tell why I booked. There's lots of really cool cushions and details. It's really colourful. Of course, I opened all the blinds to get some light in so I could take my pictures. Bit of Frida. These were arranged like swans, but obviously I had to mess them up. And this is the bed. So this is in a bit of a busy location, and this Airbnb has so many rules. They're like, if you get makeup on the towels, you got to pay. If you know, accidentally stain the bed, you got to pay.
Please stay on the line to be assisted.
So I'm gonna feed that back to them because it's a bit stressful. Like, hotels deal with it. Like, nothing is intentional if you get makeup. Like, I'm worried that my facial oil like went on the bedding, but I've tried to hide it. But okay, I'm still on hold. I'll leave a link to this down below, and I will have a blog post at some point with all of my tips for Mexico City. Decided to have a look at the Palace of Fine Arts. I don't know if is this Art Deco or Art Nouveau. Whatever it is, it's beautiful. So basically, a security guard informed me that I would be able to look around the theatre for free at 1 PM. I somehow understood this with my very limited Spanish. What I didn't realise is that I would be sat in a presentation in Spanish about the history of the building. I'm sure it was very interesting, but I had no clue what they were saying. I was only meant to come in here for like 30 minutes, and I've been here for how many hours? Like 2.5 hours? But it is so beautiful and so worth it. I then took the subway to my favourite taco place. Now, when you've been somewhere 3 times on the same trip, you know it's a good one. In my head, I keep calling it Manila's Tacos, but I know that's not the actual name. So I had about 2 hours to go in Mexico City, and I wasn't sure whether to head to a completely different area in the hopes of finding yet another basket bag, or whether to just stay put in Roma. I chose the latter and decided to go to the Object Museum for the grand price of £2.09. There was an exhibition on the visual identity of Mexico, so great if you love graphic design and branding. There was also a whole room dedicated to the colour Mexican pink. So the designer and artist Ramon Valdesera conceptualised the colour, and I'm going to read a little bit from the exhibition. Mexican architecture is intimately linked to colour, and the palette generated in the 20th century is associated with vivacity, spirituality, but also with identity. When Valdesera was questioned about the origin of colour, he responded that the tone, an intense pink, was intrinsic to Mexican culture. Then, an outstanding fashion and social journalist answered, "So is it a Mexican pink?" From that moment on, the colour was known to the world as Rosa Mexicano and became part of the national identity and, in a certain way, contained the idiosyncrasies and nature of the Mexican people. So I'm spending my last few hours wandering around Roma. I feel like I've come full circle because this is where I started out. This is where my first Airbnb was. Such a good location. Like, where I am now, it's really hectic, and it's lucky that I'm only there for one night, but yeah, it's a cool apartment. I don't know if I'd stay there again just because of the hassle. But here is really, really cool, really chilled. And yeah, I've just had a few creative hours before I have to go and sit on hold to the airline again. So I might wrap this up because I'm probably gonna just, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look around a couple of shops, and then I'm gonna pick up my bags, go to the airport, sort out the flight shizzle. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you when I'm back in London. Bye! What a view. I thought it would be clever to wear a midi skirt on a pyramid. No, this is not a climbing outfit. I made it to the top in my midi skirt, yes.